Over here in beautiful Oklahoma with Catfish John and his turbo 2001 GMC Sonoma custom turbo kit on it, 4.3 liter. Tell us a little bit about what you done, John, to get this thing working.
Oh, the first thing I had to do was take the factory intake manifold off. With that spider injection, you just can't keep up with the fueling running a turbo, you know, for your extra fuel needs. So I modified a Edelbrock 4-barrel intake manifold, put injector bungs in it, and made an adapter for the throttle body. And these injectors here are 42-pound injectors.
Okay, yeah, I see them buried down in there now. Okay. And what about this turbo? Where did this turbo come from?
That's an eBay turbo.
eBay turbo.
Like $130 on eBay.
Nice.
And it just has a T3 flange. And then I use the factory reproduction exhaust manifolds off a Cyclone or a Typhoon.
Okay. Where did you find those things? Those are probably hard to find.
There's a company that sells them on eBay.
And that's just for the Cyclone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And then piping and all that, the intercooler system, was that?
Oh, yeah. So I got a 2.5-inch piping, and it comes here to this, I think it's a 27 by 3-inch or 27 by 2.5-inch intercooler.
Fits in there nicely, though.
And then it pipes out over here. It comes up to the blow-off valve. And it's for when you're under boost and then you close your throttle blades. All that is still building pressure. So this kind of saves on the turbo bearings and stuff.
Okay.
You hear those turbos flutter. That's because they're not running the blow-off valve. Supposedly that's hard on your turbo. That's the wastegate down there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 38mm wastegate. It's got a 10-pound spring in it. And then I run this little inline boost controller right here.
Okay.
And I've got her turned up to 14 pounds right now of boost.
So, and then as far as fuel, you'd mentioned fuel supply. I see you've got a regulator back there. What else besides putting the changing this over from spider injection and putting the fuel injectors in, as far as the fueling goes, did you have to do?
Well, I made these fuel rails here, and I just, you can buy these adapters. They come from Russell, and they adapt right to your factory hard lines. I think your inlet, your fuel feed is a 16mm, and then your return line is going to be a 14mm.
Okay, so you just picked up right off the factory fuel lines.
Picked up right off the factory fuel lines there.
Okay.
I'm running a speed density tune right now. So you see these wires right here. This is to the mass airflow. I'm just kind of keeping those around until I get the speed density thing figured out, just in case I ever want to switch back. And then this wire here is I'm trying to data log my wideband AFR through my PCM over there. So I got that wire just kind of ran across there right now, playing around with that.
Okay.
Another fuel system upgrade I had to do was, you can't see it, but I had to upgrade my fuel pump from the factory fuel pump. I went with a Walbro 255 liter per hour fuel pump to keep up. Battery relocation, had to relocate the battery.
This is to make room for the turbo.
To make room for the turbo.
Okay. And then as far as tuning goes, tell us a little bit about, you know, obviously this is not just running on a factory fuel map. So what would be some changes that you would, obviously you kept the factory ECM. So how do you make that work with all this excessive need for fuel and air?
Well, I use Tuner Pro as a tuning software. It's free. I use that to tune with, and then how I upload the tune to the vehicle is PCM Hammer, and that's what actually rewrites the flash on the PCM. So this PCM right here is a P01 or a 411. They kind of go by both names. Now that you mentioned the tuning aspect of it, another thing I had to do was I had to convert over to a 3-bar map.
Okay.
I could have got away with a 2-bar, but I kind of wanted to give myself some growing room there, so I'm running a 3-bar. And so with doing that, there's a gentleman that's got a truck like this. I believe he's out in Pennsylvania, and he's a pretty smart guy, and he did a XDF file for the tuning software, and expanded the pressure maps and everything. So before, you were shut off at like 105 kPa, I believe, which is atmospheric pressure, and he took the maps out and added stuff in there like launch control, and he added a segment in there that's very important, and that's for when you're under boost pressure, being able to retard your timing in relationship to the pressure of your boost.
So this is probably not something that the average backyard shade tree mechanic could pull off on his own, would be my guess. It looks like a lot of work has gone into this. Custom fuel rails, custom intake, custom adapter. These are some things that you've made on your own out of your own shop.
Yeah.
Now some of this other stuff, it seems like is readily available.
Yeah, I made my own turbo down pipe here. This goes all the way out the back of the truck.
Okay. Is this something that you think you might make available to somebody in the future? Should somebody want to purchase a kit like this for a 4.3 upgrade?
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Okay.
There's a kind of a growing popularity with these motors right now. There's a lot of people turbocharging and supercharging these 4.3s right now.
You get a lot of bang for buck out of these 4.3s, and they're solid, stout platforms to build on.
Yeah, I haven't put this on a dyno yet, but it's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Pretty quick little truck.
What do you say we fire it up and listen to it just for a second? Maybe talk you into taking me for a spin in this thing.
Okay.
Let's see that sounds. I'm curious just how it sounds. Oh wow. Sounds pretty good. Sounds like a V8. Sounds good. Let's warm it up and take it for a spin.
Okay.
See how she goes.
All right. Man, oh man, we had a really good time whipping around the back roads of Oklahoma today with Catfish John and his Turbo GMC Sonoma with a turbo 4.3 in it, burning the tires off of that thing. Really excited to see what he had going on over there
And even more so to hear that he would probably make available to people some of the custom parts that he fabricates to put that all together. A lot of that stuff you can buy. Some of that stuff's just going to have to be built. He said he would consider doing that, and so if you're interested in that, leave me a comment down below and I'll get you hooked up with Catfish John. And we just wanted to thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, also, he called me after I had left, and we'd run that thing around some pretty rough roads and banged it up a little bit. And you know, by the time we were starting to do a little filming on that thing, he was just saying it's not running like it had been. Of course, he's still tuning on the thing, but yeah, I found out anyway, one of the spark plugs, the plug wires had popped off the thing. He said he's had a problem with that plug wire, so he went ahead and replaced it there today. So I think in a lot of that video that you see here, this thing's just running on 5 cylinders. So it's pretty impressive. It's a little ripper, and we're just glad that we could get some different content for the channel. And thanks to Catfish John for letting us come over and just surprise visit and taking us out for a little ride and showing us little GMC Sonoma. And thank you for tuning in to Fred Talks DIY. I hope you enjoy the program, and if you do, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Y'all have a good day.